Hi, welcome to the GenX Glam and Cap channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone, whether you're new, whether you're coming back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for scrolling by, stopping by, sticking around. I'm your host, Mom in the Basement. I do a little bit of glam, I do a little bit of gab, and I also do a little bit of giveaways. I like to say it's the silent G or invisible G in the channel name. I have a giveaway going on right now. I'm going to link that giveaway video in this video description. It closes tomorrow, March 25th, and it's a skincare video. It's got lots of good stuff in there. Yeah, and I think if you watch the video, yes, if you watch the video that I link, I unboxed this thing, but I really think that this is the star of the show, this 3-piece Fenty Skin. It's got like a makeup remover, remove away or something like that it's called. No, melt away. Melt away. It has the milky, hydrating fat water toner, and it also has an SPF in there. Got some from the brand Fresh, some soy face wash, some Shiseido essence, e.l.f. Power Grip primer. There's a beauty blender in there. There's a lot of good stuff. So go watch that video if you haven't watched it already. Make a comment in it because I'm going to be drawing that thing in like less than 24 hours. All right, so let's get into putting some makeup on. I'm off work today. I had to take my cat to the vet, fresh off a trip from New York City. So I guess I'll talk about that while I'm getting ready. And yeah, I had to take the cat to the vet. For those of you that follow the channel, talking about Xena. I'm talking about Xena. And she does not do well at the vet. We actually have to give her like a little like kitty cocktail, if you will. 1 milliliter squirty squirt to kind of chill her out 2 hours before she goes. And she still overrides it. But we got it done. She's good for a year, which is really important because she's going to move. She's moving with us, of course. We're not leaving Xena behind when we move to Sweden this summer. So she needed to get that shot. It's done. I think I get more anxiety than she does. Like sometimes I can't even be in the room. All right. So before I left this morning, I did do most of my skincare. I did a toner. Of course, I washed my face. I did some under eye cream, but I didn't do a serum and I didn't do a face moisturizer because I knew I wanted to come back here and hang out at my Glam station because I've missed it so much while I've been traveling. Like there's just no, this is my TIRTIR. This is my TIRTIR SOS serum. I think, do they even call it SOS? I don't think so. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. TIRTIR SOS. I love it. It's a great formula. I wouldn't call this in the milky family, but it's definitely moisturizing. The TIRTIR toner is in the milky family, but I don't need to overtone it. I just want to get a little bit of this serum down, let it set, the SOS TIRTIR serum. I'm going to do some affiliate links today. I don't do them all the time, but thank you again to everyone that has purchased from my Amazon affiliate links, and you got me. So I got off the pilot program and I'm an official partner. And I think it's just really exciting. The next thing we're going to do together is we're going to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can apply for Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Partner Program. That'll be cool. And then I think I can get some coupon links off that. Super excited. Need to go get these brows taken care of sometime in the near future. But yeah, getting back to Xena, she's here. She's down here in the basement, just kind of chilling. She's not happy. They had to get the gloves out and they got the towel out, but luckily they didn't need to wrap her up in the towel. And that would have been probably pretty traumatizing for her. So she's chilling down here. I'm surprised. Like she was hiding underneath a bed and I had to get her out. And so I was so deceptive. Treats didn't work. And she was at the point under the bed. Like they're so smart. She was flush against the wall, like smack dab in the middle. Could not reach her if I tried. And I didn't want to poke her out. So what I did, I went and got her harness. And as soon as she heard me like make the Velcro sound, like on Velcro, like the parts of the harness. She heard that Velcro sound and she was like, boom, down the stairs. And then I was like, oh, Zena, my best friend. I always tell her that. Zena, you're my best friend. And then I shoved her into her travel backpack. So yeah, she wasn't so happy about that. We're going in with the magic cream today. Oh, Charlotte Tilbury and your magic cream. Oh, speaking of Charlotte Tilbury, 2 days ago, well, the video was dated 2 days ago. There was a video that came out that, I think this duo calls themselves the Lipstick Lesbians. They have this great channel. Is it Alexa and Christina? I hope I'm not getting it wrong. I'm not sure. But I linked this video on the Discord, GenX Glam Discord server, and I put a link to that server in every single one of my videos. Guys, please come check us out over there. We can do screenshots, we can share hauls, we can have real-time chats, and when I get to 50 members, we're at 39, and we've been at 39 for 2 weeks. We can't even get one more person. We can't get one person a week. I don't know. Discord's not a super popular social media platform. It's mostly for gamers. Done several videos on this, but it's perfectly safe. You can download it wherever it is that you download your apps. It's free. You just need to make an account and follow the invitation link that, you know, that I put in pretty much every video description. Anyway, over on Discord yesterday in the luxury channel, because that's usually where I post news about Charlotte Tilbury, I linked this video. These two lovely ladies were flown to London to meet Charlotte Tilbury. Can you imagine? Like, that's my dream. Honestly, like, if you were to say to me, you know, who pick a brand owner or an brand influencer, owns a brand, whatever, that you want to meet, that you would like to sit down with and just chill. I wouldn't even necessarily need to talk about makeup. Me and Charlotte Tilbury born in the same year. She's a Gen Xer. She has 2 boys, probably around the same age. Maybe her boys are a little bit older. But I mean, we could really I would just love to ask her so many things, not necessarily even about makeup, just like about LIVIM, but she would be the one that I would pick. I would say, hands down, I want to meet Charlotte Tilbury. I want to chill with her. And that's what these ladies got to do. They interviewed her. It was just, and you know, they pointed out some things in the interview that I've said before about Charlotte Tilbury. She is a hustler. She, you know, she worked for what she has, you know, this empire. She cares about her brand. I know it's a little bit expensive. It is, but I don't feel like it's one of these brands that I get ripped off. There have been some misses. I'm not going to lie. I did not like the Island Glow Drops, Eyes to Mesmerize cream. Not for me, but it's because, you know, I have these old vintage lids, and, you know, there's not, you know, a lot that I can do with them. But I mean, there have been some misses, but for the most part, I really like Charlotte Tilbury, and I have a lot of respect for her and what she's done, like her career. So anyway, I posted that video, and I'm going to post it in this video description too. You're going to get Amazon links to some of the Amazon associate links, my Amazon associate links to some of the items that I'm going to use today. And I'm going to post that video in case there's others of you out there that want to hear, you know, a nice, honest, down-to-earth interview with Charlotte Tilbury done by 2 content creators that do an excellent job out there that I also have a lot of respect for, so I'm going to post that. All right, so before I went on vacation to New York City, we were talking about, oh, do longer videos? This might be a long video because I'm already almost 10 minutes in and we barely have, like, touched up skincare. But before I went on vacation to New York City, I had been wanting to unbox this PLOUISE subscription. It's the February box. Yeah, February box arrives in March. So we're going to do that for real. This is the 3rd time I've picked up that box and said it's happening. But before we do that, I didn't do much shopping when I went to New York. I went with my 2 teenage sons. We stayed in the neighborhood I used to live in, which is technically Hell's Kitchen. It's like in the heart of like a block off Times Square, definitely in the theater district, tons of great restaurants around it. It was just a very quick trip, but I did do a pretty fulsome itinerary. I'll talk about it. I'll give you the play-by-play. But before I do that, while I get ready, so the first thing I'm going to do, we've got all the skincare down. Call it good. Let's give another spritz. When I came on the camera, I did a spritz from my Guerlain Parul Gold Face Mist. I just really like this stuff. I'm going to definitely repurchase it again. Next time Shoppers Mart does a bonus redemption, I'll probably, or 20 times points, offer, I'll probably get more of that because I'm going to stock up on my Guerlain because I'm not going to have Shoppers Drug Mart right around the corner when I move. So I'm kind of stocking up on that. I bought the Guerlain Discovery set that came with like the face lotion. It's technically more like a toner, a 15 milliliter all over face cream, a 10 milliliter under eye cream, and a 5 milliliter of their triple lift serum, which I love. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Oh, I'm going to be so sad when it's gone. But I'm talking about Guerlain for a second here because I did an order. I treated myself. I get all the emails. I get all the spam emails from all the brands. I've told you that before, including Guerlain. And so I got an email from Guerlain last week saying they were offering a gift with purchase. And if you follow my channel, you know I'm a sucker for a gift with purchase. So it was like this pouch, like a pouch. It looks like it had like a string, maybe like it's a cross bag, but very small, maybe enough for like your phone and a few bucks. Great for an amusement park, maybe. Amusement parks, you can't bring very big bags at all on the rides. Anyway, it wasn't a cheap, it was $150 minimum spend. So I started looking around on the website, what is there that I want to reinvest in or try something new? And I found a few things. So I ordered a skin tint because we've been talking a lot about skin tints. I've been talking about skin tints since Dawn mentioned she feasted her eyes on a new Lancome skin tint that's coming out, and I'm going to start putting on some of my tinted. This is Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. Love this skin tint. It gets great reviews. I bought one last year. It's gone. So while I was in New York City, the only makeup I bought, I went to Dwayne Reed and I bought some Wet n Wild because I like to plus up my Wet n Wild, and it's not easy to find here. Shoppers Mart doesn't carry Wet n Wild. Walmart does, but I don't always go to Walmart. So I got this skin tint. It's in light medium. I got this Megaglow, and I think this is a highlighting palette, which I'm not really big into highlighting, but it was less than $5, and I just wanted the set. Like, this is my Megaglow dual contour, and then I got a new lippy. It's something in the nude family. You just can't go wrong with Wet n Wild. It reminds me, this is a matte nude, I think. It reminds me, I feel the same about Wet n Wild as I do about Essence. They have a wide variety of products. And always in like a bunch of colors, a bunch of shades. They do drop new stuff. They do collabs. They did a Snoopy collab on like a translucent setting powder that I bought very early on in my collection before I figured out that loose setting powders probably weren't my jam. But since I went through my tinted hydration tube from Wet n Wild last year, I went through it. I went through the tube over the course of the year, just here and there and everywhere, using it a little bit. There's the light medium. I'm just going for a tint today. I'm using another one of my oversized, and then we're going to open up the PLOUISE and see after I get this little bit of a tint base down. Surely there's something in the PLOUISE box that I can mess around with, right? I'm super, super excited. I can't even believe I've had the impulse control all this time because I've had it for sitting down here at my Glam station for I think close to a week. To not even peek, I have not even opened this thing. I did not cheat, my friends. Anyway, let's get back to New York. So we had a morning start, but not like super, at the crack of dawn. We got into the city like around 11:30, and I had bought, we flew into Newark, so I bought bus tickets. It's Newark Airport Express. Newark Airport has 3 terminals, A, B, and C. And depending on what terminal you come in, you just catch the bus. It was $22.50 for one way. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. The last time I took the kids to the cities, it's been a couple of years, we took the bus in, but then I did end up taking an Uber back because I just wanted to, I don't want to, if we missed our flight going there, okay, it will not missed our flight, but if we delayed getting into the city because we had to wait for a bus, not a big deal on the inbound. But on the outbound, you don't want to mess with that. You got to get home. Look, I had to get Zena to the vet. Kids had to go to school. There's just a lot of stuff that needs to be done. I have a doctor's appointment later today. I have pickleball tonight. I have to make a dinner and making stuffed peppers. I have to do the grocery shop because I got off schedule by not being home this weekend to do the grocery shop. So yeah, I'm on the go. I'm busy beaver today. But so we got in the city, no problem, found the bus stop, got on the bus. We were the only ones on the bus. And first of all, landing into the city, we were on the best side of the plane because we saw the whole skyline. We saw Statue of Liberty when we were landing. It was like, we were looking out the window, having so much fun. Beautiful views of the city from the bus. I call it the windshield tour, taking the bus into the city. Our hotel was 4 blocks from the bus station. Like, I tried to pick activities for us to do on the west side of the city in the Hell's Kitchen, Times Square theater district area, because that was like I said, I used to live in that area. That was my old stopping grounds. Some of my favorite delis were still kicking where we could go and get our breakfast sandwiches, or New York City Cup of Joe. It was great location, an old boutique hotel. I would say the only critique I had of that hotel, and maybe it goes to say for boutique-y type hotels, like the elevator was really slow, but it was fine. Did I get back to my Guerlain story, how I treated myself? I didn't. So I saw the gift with purchase email, and it was $150, but I could spend $150 at Sephora, not gonna lie, pretty fast. So I was like, what could I get? So I got a lippy. Let's go back full circle to the tinted moisturizer. Just used the Wet n Wild. When Dawn said she was looking at the Lancome tinted moisturizer, I was like, haven't tried it, but if while you're saving your money, while you're waiting for that, try this one if you haven't, from Wet n Wild, because it's really great. And I saw that Guerlain has come out with a tinted moisturizer. This is the time of year people are coming out with tinted moisturizers, brands, because I think it's because summer's coming. It happened last year. So they have a new one. So I got that. I threw that in my cart. I threw a new lippy. It's a new shade. They've launched new shades of their Kiss Kiss like lipstick balm. So I got a new shade of that. And then I bought a concealer that I have a Guerlain concealer. Let's see if I can put my hands on it. I saw it this morning, but it's a different, the concealer that I've purchased, that I purchased from Guerlain. I think it's coming in the mail tomorrow. Cannot wait to unbox that. I cannot wait. It's just a box of luxury. Here's the Guerlain one. It's different. Like my Guerlain, look at this. It's got the little, kind of like the little brush, which reminds me a lot of the e.l.f. concealer. And this is sometimes sold out online. This e.l.f., I think it's like $4 or $6. Oh, I can see how much product I have left in it. I'm right about there on it. But the dispensers are the same, right? These like little brushes. This it's a doe foot, like the one that I picked out that I just purchased from Guerlain. It's going to be a doe foot, so it's a little bit different, and it's from the terracotta line. I'll just use a little bit of this concealer. Why not? I don't know. The tint did okay. Do I look a little bit brighter? I was feeling like I had just woke up, even though I have been up for a very long time. I just didn't do any color correcting or anything before we went to the vet. Just a tiny bit of skincare, just so I could get like a little bit of a glow going on, and then I was out the door. Yeah, so I got a new foundation, a new lippy from Guerlain, and I got the tint. We'll see. The tint is new according to the website. It looks like it's sort of a new drop. It's all definitely new to me. Didn't buy anything that I already have, and that was I told myself, okay, you can go on. I even wrote myself a gift card note. You can go on. You can pick out. You can pick out some stuff if you don't already have it. And so that's kind of what I did, like early Mother's Day present to myself. All right, good enough. Let's get into, and there we did the lippy. It's okay. It's all right, for a couple of bucks. I don't know if I'm going to, let's see what comes in the PLOUISE box before I get into this. All right, here we go. Finally happening. here it is. Rip into this baby. Because then this is like my hour of downtime today. After this, I'm going to really be on the go. Okay, we have like a box inside of a box. Okie dokie. It looks like it's a mailbox. Oh dear, it's falling. Stuff is falling out. It is. It's like a little, like shaped like a mailbox. I love the packaging. So here it comes. Let's see. I don't know. I think it's a magnet. Here, let's get it all back in there. Let's pretend like it didn't just all fall out. Somehow, I don't know. It's not super flush, but this is what it came in. Here we go. All right, let's get back to how can I unbox and talk about New York City at the same time? We got into the city, boss got us in, great windshield tour view. Was too early to check in, so we dropped our backpacks. We remember I had said if you're following my channel, you're following my pseudo adventures. We just had a carry-on, not even a carry-on, like a personal item each. The boys had a backpack and I had this new, it's like a yoga bag that I got in the FabFitFun that worked like a charm, let me tell you. Had space on the bottom. It was one of these bags where the bottom unzips where you could put in like shoes or something. You could wear it as a backpack, you could wear it as a cross bag, and that worked out great. So what is this? What are we getting into? Just the two of us. It's some sort of lip combo, just the two of us. Let's check it out. There's two colors. What's going on here? What is going on? Whoa, there's a gloss on this side. There's a gloss on that side, and then holy cow, look at that. Oh my gosh. Let's do a swatch. Okay, it's kind of an okay color, right? This one looks like it's going to be more on the corally side. Let's see, let's swatch this one. Those are really pretty colors. I like especially this one for the summer. And then there's a gloss. Let's use one of the glosses because this one isn't that far off of this lipstick that I put on. Oh, wow. Okay, this is, oh, it smells like bubble gum. Not sure, but I like it. Oh, PLOUISE. I think we're starting off good with two lippies, and it's a dual ended, so you have the lipstick on one end, and then you have a matching gloss on the other end. That's amazing. Oh boy, I'm not getting, oh wow. I see a lot of potential for a giveaway on this. This is a lot of potential for a giveaway. These are all lip liners. Are you kidding me right now? They're all mini lip liners. How, so this is the thing with the PLOUISE subscription. How would one, I mean, do you see all of these? Oh my gosh. I'm putting one in the giveaway bag. I don't know which one. Oh my goodness. So on the back, kind of shows the shades. Which one should we put in the giveaway bag? How about like one like that? Like, and then you could use that with like a nude and you have a fancy little keychain. Putting that in the giveaway bag. I love it when I can just put stuff in the giveaway bag. That's why I keep it hanging out at my Glam station. Just every once in a while I toss stuff in. All right, Chi. I like it. I'm not, well, I mean, I like it. I'm like, oh, I like it. I didn't put it on, but it's cool. Like that's really neat. There's a ton of them. What do we have here? Is it a mascara? Something stacks. I don't think it's a mascara. Oh, it's a stacking pen. Hold on. They unscrew. Oh my gosh. They're like little, that's a little bit too corally. It's a creamy sort of blush, I think. You could probably use it on your lips too. You know what this reminds me of? Glam. I bought something like this from Glam once. I'm dropping stuff. Oh no, I got it. This is like a little plummy. Oh, wow. This reminds me of like a vampire. But look at, you can just, so we saw like a coral. We saw that vampy one. I'm trying to get to the top. This is, I mean, that color right there. That's more my jam. does the top actually come off? You have to be very careful. Oh, there we go. You have to be very careful with these because I could see you easily getting a little bit like stuck inside the cap, like if you're not careful when you take them off. I'm just washing my face today, you guys. I have pickleball, so that's not like, yeah, I can wash my face. We have time to mess around. So we have 3 different shades going on. I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna lean in. All right, so it's a stacky blush pen. I think this would be fun for travel, tell you the truth. Came in that. Okay, that's empty. Let's see, what do we have? Oh my gosh, it's a telephone. It's shaped like a phone. How do I get into it? Are you kidding me right now? It's a bunch of little, it looks like it's eyeshadow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is so cute. Just tiny little pans. And it's shaped like a phone. Like, what doesn't she think of? What doesn't she think of? And last thing in here is some sort of face wash, and it comes like with, I don't know, like you could massage it in. All right, that was fun. That was fun. It was, you know, her subscription boxes, if you buy them, I think if you buy them by the month, they're going to be more like, let's look at this a little bit though. Let's see what she's got on her packaging. Fall in love with P. Louise. On the side, it says, you've got mail. If you're a Gen Xer, you know about you've got mail. You know about AOL. Yes, my younger folks, you've probably heard of AOL, but that used to be the main email, the main, like if you wanted to go online and be in a be in a forum, be in a chat room, whatever topic you know your heart desired, you could go to AOL and get online that way. I used CompuServe personally, which was another sort of online provider. I mixed all together. That it blends really nice, right? Like it's not staining. It's not staining. It's pigmented, but yet now now you're seeing all the shades blend out. It's pigmented, but it's not staining my face like this. I'm still a little disappointed in this Essence blush that I bought. That's just like a dead ringer for a Glam blush. I really do like, I like the shade. Whoops, there. I love that shade, but it stained my face that day that I used it. I was like, I put the dots on and you could literally see like the dots. This dot stained my face. All right, so that's it for the P. Louise. Let me give you the rest of the rundown while I finish my makeup. What else happened in New York City? I didn't even get to check in yet. I said we got off the plane. We found the Newark Airport Express, got us into the city to Port Authority. We walked 4 or 5 blocks, found our cute little boutique hotel, very affordable, nothing fancy, very slow elevators. But I knew that because I had read the reviews, but it was like the perfect location. Put our bags down, checked our backpacks because that's all we had. And we went to lunch at the Olive Garden in Times Square because I took the kids to the lunch in the Olive Garden in Times Square last time we went to the city, and they loved it. So I was like, all right, that's easy. We're fans of the Olive Garden. I worked at the Olive Garden in college. I know the tricks of the trade. And guess what we got at the Olive Garden? For those of you who have been to the Olive Garden, you know how they have like the Parmesan grater things, and they're always like, oh, would you like some cheese on your soup, your salad, or whatever? And then they always say like, tell me when. Well, I have been on a quest for years, trying to get one of those things because they do sell them. I know they sell them because I used to work there. Granted, it was like in the 90s, but still. And they're always sold out. Like they're always like, yeah, we sell them, but we don't have any. So the Times Square Olive Garden actually had the cheese grater. So we finally got one. Quest solved. Let's go and use some more Wet n Wild. Just gonna get like a little bit of this contour going on. So we got our cheese grater. We had this great view. I asked if we could sit by the window. So we were able to sit by the window. We saw Times Square. We really had a good view of the Hershey store. It was the flagship Hershey store. I said to the boys, like, if you were a Hershey's junkie, meaning like that was your thing, like you loved Hershey's candy, you would be dying. And they're like, oh, can we go in there after lunch? So I was like, sure. So we went in. We didn't buy anything, but they gave us free samples. We got like a free little mini candy bar. It was milk chocolate. It was so delicious. So yeah, we did that. And afterwards, we chilled in Times Square. They have these bleachers in Times Square that face the view that you would see like when you see the ball dropping on New Year's. You know, for the New Year's Eve, everybody watches the ball drop. Most people have once in their life anyway. Yeah, so we just sat. It was like beautiful. We took the sun. It was somebody's birthday. She was all decked out. She had a birthday cake. She was doing all kinds of pictures, like some sort of photo shoot. And that was super cute. You know, it's just like you soak in the vibe. There's mimes. There was people dressed as like, there was a person dressed as a gorilla, as Bumblebee from the Transformer movies. It was quite the deal. And tons of people waiting at the TKTS lines, which is, I had to explain to the boys, you know, that what are all these people waiting for? Because they were in the way, right? These people were in the way. I was like, well, I feel like everybody's in the way when I'm in New York City. I feel like I'm in the way. I'm in the way of someone. Like someone's always in your way. I don't know. It's a vibe. It's part of the vibe. Anyway, I was explaining to them that the theaters don't always sell out all of their shows. I was trying to open that while I'm talking. The theaters don't always sell out. And so on the day of a show, the theaters, I guess, feed the information into TKTS, which is like, I don't know, like kind of like a Ticketmaster-ish. And they say how many seats they have left in their theaters. And then the day of the shows, they put those tickets on sale at a reduced price, and people wait in line to see what shows tickets they can get. And you could spend hours doing it, right? I'm going to use the pink one. I don't know. I don't usually use a highlighter, but I want to try it. I thought about getting the boys and I tickets. Oh, I feel like it's fairy dust everywhere. Tickets to see Outsiders, because we've all read the books. Like, do you know the book, The Outsiders? Like back in the day, it was the Brat Packers in it. Rob Lowe, Ralph Macchio. I think Tom Cruise was in it. Emilio Estevez. So all of the great, you know, sort of Brat Packers of the day were in Outsiders. I had to read the book. It was required reading. I don't think that normally I'm very cautious with highlighter, but I don't know if that. This is nice. This is very subtle, and it has like gold, it has pink, it has silver. It's doing its job. I kind of like it. I'm getting a little bit of a glow. Let's see. I haven't used any proper setting powder. Let's get into my Charlotte Tilbury. Anyway, I thought about getting us tickets to see The Outsiders, but then I decided to do movie tickets. I thought, oh, like, you know, that's our thing. We like to go to movies together, me and the kiddos. And so, we went and saw Alto Nights with Robert De Niro, which he plays two characters. It's like this very based on a true story from the 50s, kind of mafia story, just a story about, you know, how the bosses of the times. So we didn't end up going to Outsiders, but as we were chilling on the bleachers in Times Square after lunch, and like I'm explaining TKTS, they're seeing all these crazy like mimes and gorillas and people celebrating their birthday right there, getting their picture taken. Of course, we did our own selfie. I was just soaking in the vibe, trying to decide what we needed to do, what we were going to do, because we had a couple of hours looking for a brush to blend in this, to do a little bit of setting powder with Charlotte. We needed to make a game plan. What are we going to do after lunch? It was actually downtime on my itinerary. I didn't really have a plan. I was thinking I would take them like on like a little midtown tour, walk over by Rockefeller Center, show them the skating pond where they put the big Christmas tree. I used to work in Rockefeller Center, so I thought, okay, we'll go over there. But then we pivoted. We got on the subway. We did something spontaneous off itinerary, and we went way, way, way downtown. We went to Chinatown, and we went to another part of downtown where my son had identified an art store he wanted to go to, because he's my graphic designer. So we were just like, whatever. We went down. We went to the art store. Good to go. Got back on the train. We had to get the we had to get the subway passes anyway. You know, like I loaded up like $23 or so. on each of our cards, and like we ate on that over the next couple of days. It's $3.25, in case you're wondering. It's $3.25 for a one-way ride on the subway, in the New York City subway, and that'll last you for 2 hours. So you can transfer a long time before your time's gonna run out. So we went down, we went to the art store. He bought some merch from it. He bought himself a sweatshirt. So that was the first of 3 sweatshirts. We all ended up getting a sweatshirt on the trip. I got one that just says New York. I'll wear it in a future video. The younger boy got one at the zoo that we went to on Saturday. And yeah, that was our big souvenir, because we could wear them back. Because we could only bring back like what we could fit in the bags that we brought, and those were already full. So after the art store, we went back uptown, we reset a little bit, got ready for dinner, went over to Birdland, which was like a 4-block-ish walk, very famous jazz club named after Charlie Parker, who used to have the nickname Yardbird. If like you're a fan of jazz, you probably know who Charlie Parker is. Birdland's been there since 1946, and I used to go, I think, weekly, as close as I could go. Tickets were cheaper back then, and that when I had extra money, I didn't always have extra money when I was living in New York City, and I didn't always have extra time, but because Birdland was so close, I would go, and I would especially go and watch their big band. So that's what we did. Friday night, big band, had a nice dinner. We sat over by the pianist, which was amazing. It was just amazing. It was amazing. It was a bucket list thing for the older boy, taking him to see New York City jazz, and just for me to go back to Birdland. The last time I was there was scaffolding in front of it, and now it's like the store, like the front. I don't want to say storefront, club front. It's just beautiful without the scaffolding, and it was awesome. It was pretty awesome. So we saw the big band on Friday night. Birdland, had a nice dinner. Turned back into the hotel. Like, I was like, we're not doing it. We're not night people here, folks. We're still pretty G family rated. So just went back and kind of hung out at the hotel, watched TV, fell asleep, got up the next morning, hit up Central Park Zoo, which it's, I don't like going to zoos. I don't like going to circuses, but I made an exception. Never been to a circus, but I made an exception to go to the zoo because the younger one wanted to do it. So we went to the zoo. We saw the penguin feeding. We saw the sea lion feeding. We saw some bears. We saw some monkeys. We went in the tropical zone. We saw beautiful birds. It was nice. And you know what was unique about the zoo? I don't know if you're still watching this. You guys said you wanted longer videos, so I'm just going to keep going. What struck me about being at the zoo, not necessarily animals, because I had a little bit of anxiety. I get anxiety around places like that because I'm not sure how they treat the animals, but I'm sure everything's fine. But it's not where animals are meant to be. We talked to this gal who was sitting inside of a barrier by the bears, and so it was pretty clear she worked for the zoo. So I can't help myself. I gab. I think I've mentioned that before. I'm quite the gabber, even offline. So I started asking, I'm like, oh, do you work here? Yeah, she's doing an intern. She was observing behaviors of the bears. I'm like, oh, sleep, play, poop. Like, and she's like, yeah, pretty much. And so, you know, she was really nice. And yeah, I'm sure that it's just that animals aren't meant to be in these small spaces. They're meant to be out in the wild. But anyway, what struck me about the zoo, besides that, when I just kind of just let my mind go and was like, okay, they take care of the animals. Just trust that they take care of the animals. It's not like they do. When I let my mind go and accept that point, I started noticing all of the little critters. The little critters. Lots of pregnant women. Lots of young families of all different mixes, right? Diversity and families, all with these little children, like, you know, a baby in a stroller and like a toddler to tow. And I just thought to myself, wow, I haven't seen this many like little kids, like future generations. My son said they're probably like, some of them were beta, Gen B, you know, the alpha, and I think the alpha, beta's younger than alpha, but alpha's still pretty young. So like all the alpha and those likely millennial parents. So I don't know, just the social scientist in me was just like, oh, look at all of these little kids and little kids that are to come. not even born yet. And here I am with my teenage kids that are loving it. They're like, we got to make it to the penguin feeding. We've got them, like, they're following the map. It was really fun. And then Saturday night, we had a nice dinner in the neighborhood, very nice dinner that a colleague had recommended. Sunday, we got up and left. It was a great trip. I can't complain. I'm glad we did it. I sure did miss hanging out at my Glam station, but here we are, back in action. Looking forward to unboxing some Guerlain. I have some NARS coming this week, a very special package of NARS coming. That might be the next giveaway. I'm just saying. I don't know. Could be a spoiler alert. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. I will see you in the next video. Take care.